And this morning Scramble Flashback is brought to you by Downtown Stillwater.
Crazy Days is a citywide sales event in which Stillwater stores have sidewalk sales and large discounts. Hi, this is Amy Jo Frazier with Downtown Stillwater, and I'd like to invite you to experience Crazy Days right where it began. Join us downtown from July 17th through 19th and check out all the incredible specials from your downtown merchants. For more information, go to downtownstw.com or follow us on Facebook. Hope to see you in beautiful, historic Downtown Stillwater.
Start your day the right way. It's the Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels, weekday mornings from 7 to 9:30. The Morning Scramble is packed with daily interviews about Stillwater and the surrounding area. Every morning, Steve's joined by the movers and shakers in our community. You'll know everything going on in Stillwater and the great people that make it all happen. And on the good days, there's a little wit and wisdom along the way. The Morning Scramble with Steve Daniels, weekday mornings from 7 to 9:30 on Triple Play Sports Radio.
Hey, Jesse's in with OSU Athletics, and is this the slowest time of the year or not?
Well, it is, but, I just wanted to pay you a little bit of compliment before we get going too much. We're listening to that new spot for the Morning Scramble, and just, I'm sure this is coming from a lot of people in the community, but you do a great job as far as helping us get our word out there and just inform Stillwater, about what's going on in Stillwater. So it's a great platform, and we appreciate it. So
wow.
You don't get that all the time, but, it's great, and it's, you get to where, you're on the show and you're able to get your message, but you just tune in and you build those relationships with the others that are on there. And then you look forward to every morning, you have XYZ guests. Every morning, you look forward to tuning in and hear what they have to say about what's going on in Stillwater or what's going on with Stillwater Public Schools and so on and so forth. So, I tune in all the time and listen to it. And but it's great to acknowledge when there's greatness going on with it. And congrats.
Well, that's kind. So you wanted to talk about social media.
Yeah. So it's an important part, and we always hear, especially it seems like here of late, the good and bad, because you hear about people being on social media, whether it's athletes and stuff like that. I think we were talking about Johnny Manziel before. I mean, you could do a whole show on him, but there's good and bad about social media, right? And I just wanted to throw out some stuff that we have going that you might not think of your traditional social media at Oklahoma State. But the one thing you have to look about with social media, it's just a way for a company, for a sports team to continue to tell their story with images, graphics, or just videos and stuff like that. So we're able to do that at Oklahoma State, and do it more and more, especially with our Orange Power Studios. And we have actually 3 cameramen on staff now, so we're able to go through and document whatever we're doing with our student athletes, whether it's practice, whether it's game, whether it's going out in the community. And then we're able to put that story out on one of our social media platforms to continue just to spread that message of what's going on with Oklahoma State, rather than just a traditional press release or just a commercial in the air. But this actually gives us a chance to say, here's a minute 30 on a YouTube video of what we're actually doing, whether it's installing the turf. It just helps us broaden that stroke with telling our story about OSU athletics.
It's also affecting how the games are covered by the true media, if you call them the true media. An example would be the press conferences are completely on YouTube now.
Yeah.
After the regional and super regional here, what Josh Holliday had to say after the game, you could go on there, and it didn't take very long. You could go to the Oklahoma State site, and they would send you to YouTube. There's click on that, and there would be the press conference. And the quality was more than if I were actually at that conference. And I was allowed to use that even on the air.
Yeah.
And the quality was better. And I know some people don't even make the trip. Maybe that's good or bad. I don't know. Precise, accurate, with high quality, it helps everybody.
Well,
when it's used right.
Yeah, when you start looking at some of your sports that might not get your traditional media coverage, this gives them an outlet, gives them a platform to be able to get, a post-game conference out there, get just a regular, Tuesday news conference out there, and just get information on a recap of the weekend and things like that. So it's a tremendous asset. Just wanted to throw some numbers out there, because you don't always think it's YouTube. A lot of times you think of that as a funny video that somebody sent you or whatnot.
Right.
We have our own YouTube channel, and it's one of the better ones out there in the NCAA. We take a lot of pride in it, and it's it goes hand in hand with our Orange Power Studios. But we have, I just clicked on it right before we came in just to see how many views we've actually had to videos. So we have a whole library of different videos out there. Some of them are new, some of them are ones that have been out there, past history, and it's a way to document your history as well. How many views do you think we've had total on the Oklahoma State Athletics YouTube page?
Over 1 million.
Try about 7 million.
Really?
Over 7 million views. So, you know, when you start talking marketing, you start trying to actually tie in numbers and quantify different things and stuff like that, and you really look and you say, man, we had 7 million views on our YouTube channel. You go, wow, that's a great platform, and you're getting the message out there. We have over 7,500 people that subscribe to our YouTube channel, so as soon as we put content out there, they're getting it in their inbox or, you know, on their phone, something like that, just at a snap of a finger.
So if you subscribe, when you put something out on there, it dings on our phone then,
yeah,
right?
you know, there's something, you know, if you have set up the ding, or if it just shoots an email, whatever, whatever alert you have set up, it'll let you know. So that's one that you don't always think traditionally just being social media, but YouTube. And we're able to use that quite a bit, and you'll see, especially when the athletes get back, and you'll see some clips at practice, maybe, you know, workout during the summer, and different things like that. Another one that's not a traditional one that you think of all the time is Flickr. Have you ever heard of Flickr?
I've heard of Flickr.
So what we've been doing is, you know, we're out there documenting every one of our games, any of our events, not just in video, but also with, you know, still photography. And it gives us a chance to take those images from our staff photographer, Bruce Waterfield, and then we do use a few other guys on campus to fill in here and there, because you have a lot of events. But then what we'll do is we'll go through there and pick the, you know, great photos and upload them onto Flickr, so you're able to go out there and actually relive some of those moments of the game, and that's just a great tool as well.
Do you have a Flickr app? Is that what you have?
You know, there are apps, but or you can just go into the main website, and, you know, it's usually attached to when you see the press release, you know, that post-game press release of the game saying here's the box score and all that, and there'll be a, you know, a button to the gallery, and that goes to Flickr, and that gives us a chance to go ahead and spread our message as well. And then if you get into your normal, you know, your normal spaces in social media that a lot of people use, you start looking at like your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram, and just to throw some numbers out there, not to get too far in the weeds, but on Facebook, you know, we have over 148,000 likes. On Twitter, we have over 42,000 followers. And then on Instagram, we have over 8,600 followers. So we're out there in a lot of different areas. And what's unique about social media is each one of those platforms is a different niche, a different target of your audience.
You know the demographic of each one. Like Instagram, I think, is the youngest one, right?
Well, and they're always changing, right? So it's an evolving demographic for each one, where Facebook used to be the new young thing. And it's something where, you know, my grandparents are starting to get onto. So the demographics are constantly changing. So it's just one of those things where you really, you know, you want to pick and choose what you can do the best at as far as getting your message out there, but you still need to be in quite a few of these spaces as well, just if you want to hit your full range of your audience. So we're out there quite a bit, and it's just, you know, it's one of those things that you don't always realize, and, you know, a lot of times you hear about the negative side of social media, but if you you have a great plan in place and you put some resources behind it, it's a great way to tell your story as well. We just had a guest walked in.
Hi there.
Do you know Tia?
Sort of. I hear from her all the time.
Okay.
Hi, Tia. Get up to the microphone here.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Tia Scott is crossing the hall, and she was on TV 31.1.
Yes, I was with Christy Morris.
Yeah, so Tia Scott is our assistant AD for promotions and marketing. So a lot of those masterpieces that you see up here on your wall, I know the listeners can't see them, Steve, but we talked about these, Tia, a couple weeks ago, and just the production that goes into them, and you can really see just the timeline of how we've changed as far as our branding, just the imagery and everything. It's just gotten better and better. They're actually doing the shoot, I think, Thursday for the football one, and it's going to be pretty amazing. So a lot of the grunt work and the brains behind that is Tia Scott right here. And, you know, I saw her over there getting ready to get on the air before, and I told her, I said, stop by. I said, we'll introduce you and, you know, get you on the air and introduce you to Steve, and here she is. So
she sends a note to me, and I usually answer back, don't I?
You do.
Does everybody answer back?
No, they don't.
Yeah, I feel better now. But she sends notes when there's a last-minute change and a game time, or there's a promotion going on, and she handles all that. And the commercials we run during Sports Profile come from Tia Scott.
I've been emailing you for about 7 years, I think. I've never met her.
Well, it's great to get you here, and you know, it's one of those things. Tia's job description goes everywhere from, you know, your in-game entertainment, what you might hear as far as music, scripts that you hear Larry Reese reading, or whoever our PA guy is, and so on and so forth, and you know, anything from that, and then to placing our ads with all of our media partners or to our posters. So she's all over the place. Also heads up our kids club, and so I just thought I'd bring her in, at least get her voice in there.
You know, when you said Tia was going to be across the hall, I thought of the same thing, but it was at the very last minute. So is that your first time doing TV?
Yes, it
All
was.
right. Now, are you normally up at this hour?
No, I am not. Probably just waking up around this time. But
Well, that's not bad.
So how was it? Were you a little nervous on there?
I was a little nervous, but Christy's great. She just makes everything so comfortable. So, you know, we just talked about what I do and, you know, just how to, you know, what goes behind the scenes.
So you've been there 7 years in this role?
7 years.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
Yeah, Tia started out just as I think, marketing coordinator, even a student, weren't you, at one point?
Yeah, I was a women's basketball manager for 3 years.
Yeah. So you're going to be on the Facebook page now, Tia.
We're getting a photo up there, so the room got better looking all of a sudden. So what else is going on with your promotions right now?
We are getting ready for Fan Appreciation Day, and that's coming up Saturday, August the 2nd. And the entire football team and coaching staff will be there. And we're just looking forward to, getting them out in the public and allowing the fans to come and meet them and get some autographs and, just meet the players. And
Same drill that we've had the last few years?
Yes.
Because that seems to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a great opportunity for our fans to, a lot of times you'll see the players and coaches on the playing surface and never get that chance to go up and shake their hand or just get an autograph and things like that. And it's, it's just, you can't talk about all the great things it does for the kids in the community, and the kids outside the community that come in just for that day to to meet their favorite player, or you remember, man, that that number 3 was just my favorite player growing up, and I finally got to meet him. And just the expressions that you see on some of these kids' face are just unbelievable and priceless. So it's a great event to have, and hopefully it's a tradition that carries on for years and years to come.
That's great. Well, we need to have you on when we get closer.
Yeah, we'll get closer. I'll bring her in, and
it is early, but we can make it later probably.
No, it's okay. I can get up.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And Jesse, thanks for all the kind words earlier on, and just
anytime.
hanging out today.
So I appreciate it, and we'll see you next week, Steve.